All right, Coach. Normally the Texas heat and humidity mean the roof stays closed, but not today as the sun is out here at NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Houston Texans. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
Set, ready? 60 or.
59. Watch the run.
Fair. Lead grip.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job. They'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That second down play nets a -4.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to.
Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a second down. Jameis to throw it. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
3rd and long for Winston. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And it's now 3-0 Texans. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
2nd and 5 now. Winston. Pass incomplete. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They run for the first time with Justice Hill. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Try to get it to Woods, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
Let's put up or shut. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Jameis now on 1st down. And Winston lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Let's go. 50, plant. Hey, lock it. Get it.
Fournette, a first down carry. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
On the ready. Leo. Look at me, now.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where it came from.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Hard. Let's go.
Fournette running out of the gun. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. They'll go with a big back Fournette. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Now Leonard Fournette looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Check pass. Check pass. Check 52. 49. Check
Go.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Fournette. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Leonard Fournette, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators, because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up, and now on defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
Now Winston. And Woods has it complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 42. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They run, it's Hill. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. He needed 2, he only got 1. And the Lions will take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. I'm going to have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fournette. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. On 1st and 10, Winston. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big pickup of 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Winston. Flushed out right. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And Gold is able to put it through, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Russell Shepard. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll run with Fournette. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Ready? Flag. 51.
Here we go.
On 3rd and short, it's Dixon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready? Flag. 22.
Check 56. You can't block me. You can't block me. Here we go.
They go play action. Winston. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And this is Shepard on the catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Hey, come on now.
They run on first down with Jackson. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here I come again.
They'll run again with Jackson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the catch made by Hilton. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The kick by Gold is good, and that will swell the lead to 16. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 7. And, they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive. And going deep for Hill. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check.
On 3rd down, Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by his former FSU teammate, Jalen Ramsey.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. He'll step aside. Here's Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Back now in Houston. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Hey, wahoo! Get it.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
They'll run it with Jackson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Ready. Flag. What is that?
Mike's 56. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
From the gun, Winston. Now he's forced out right. He'll try and run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Here's Winston. And got a man. It's Woods. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. On 1st down, it's Jackson. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Throwing on second and long. Winston. And this will be incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made. No grounding. He's got Curse. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Winston now. Flush to his right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Again, it's Winston. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Robert Woods, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Cost them.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll set up a throw. Able to get this to Gordon. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw here. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time. And it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and forever. On the draw, here's Powell. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. With it is Jackson. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you.
Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Off the draw, here's Hill. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, obviously, that is declined, and the result is a safety.
And what a momentum play that is, right? You never want to see a safety wiped out. You get the points, and you're going to get the ball back.
Here's Jackson to return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes. Get out of there.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic. I'm here all day.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break.